Hello, I'm Zara, and today I'm going to talk about Topstep X and how to use the platform. I used to trade in Tradovate, but since Topstep is only accepting Topstep X as a platform, so I had to spend some time to learn the platform. And I actually spent a lot of time in my practice account to just see how it works. But I'm making this video so it's easier for you guys to have a shorter learning curve. First thing first is that I usually trade two indices at the same time. So that means I only look at NQ and YM. So I want to see these two together, right? So what you can do is that click on this rectangle on the top here. It will, if you hover on it, it says select layout. So then you can choose if you want to look at three together or three horizontal, or like you want to look at this. So you can do whatever you want, right? I look at two, so I want to look at NQ and YM. Another thing that I do is that you can also add your indicators. If you click here, you can search for, I don't know, exponential moving average. That's something that I look a lot. And once you add them, it will come here. And you can just like click on the settings and you can change it to 9, 20 or whatever. And then you can select the color that you like to use for that. Now that we are here, let's just talk about these. Once you come in the chart, if you hover on the lower part, these expand for you. And this is something that I use a lot, is that I want to make it big when in the morning I draw my lines and whatever that you use, Fibonacci. So I personally use rectangle a lot. Like I can select a zone, say, okay, this is my trading zone. I want to trade if it goes out of this or whatever. You can double click on it and say, this is my FVG, or you can say, this is my night watch. You can deactivate the middle line, but I actually use this a lot because this is a 50% and it actually respects this line a lot. So I always keep that on. So when I do my drawings, like if I do horizontal line, I always try to label it. I select the color and then I say this is my resistance at 15 minutes or whatever you like to say, right? So I use these things a lot, so I like it to be big when I do that. But if you hover on it, it also tells you about the shortcuts. So if you like to use your keyboard, you can just say Alt Enter. Once you do that, it will make the chart smaller for you. So now that we have our charts, how do we trade it? Many people use the DOM or order. So in order to add them, you can come here on the right side, top right side, add components, click on that, and you will see these. So I personally use DOM. So you basically drag it. Once you drag it out of these box, you will see these arrows in the middle. For me at the beginning, it was not apparent, but I learned it later on. So if you drop it on the lower arrow, it will drop it on this section that's highlighted. If you do it on the top, it will drop it there. Let's say, oh, I accidentally drop it here. What do I do? You can X out of it, or you can just like click on DOM again and just like drop it. So I want to do it, let's say I want to drop it here at the bottom. So you can see the orientation changes. And I want to do another one to the right side of this one. So I make these two the same size. I'm gonna X out of this for now. So if you notice, this is ES, but on the top I have NQ. I want these two to talk to each other. How can you do that is that you come here, you will see this link, and then you click on the setting, you go to input, and you select the color. So I chose red for this one, and then you come here on this circle and you choose red. These two are linked now. Here for YM I have already chose blue, so I'm just gonna change this to blue. So again, you can see YM, you can place your orders and take it from here. Another thing that I use a lot is order. I want to look at my trades. I'm sorry, not order. You can, I personally just drop it here. I want to see my trades. I don't look at it all the time, but usually at the end of the day, I study my trades and see how much I made on anything that I trade. You can add as many as you want. Let's say you want to look at your trades and then you also want to look at your position. You can click on this middle rectangle and it will add a new tab for it. Okay, I accidentally click on that, so I have to do it again. So basically everything here is drag and drop. Pay attention to this that you see, these arrows. That will be your guide where you place your component. One other thing that's very important for me that I use is once you go to settings, you will see these risk settings. You can select your how much risk you are taking and how much profit. I usually do 500 to 750 or something like that. It just depends on my day. I change this daily depending on the market condition and everything. But I trail and I move my profit higher as I go. Another thing that I use a lot is hotkeys. So you can set your hotkeys like by market. You can click on set hotkeys and then you can press any key on your keyboard that you wanted and then just place confirm. So I do up arrow for buy market, arrow down for sell. I use a space for flattening all of my position and B for break even, then 0 for reversal. I don't use it a lot, but I do it every now and then. So these are the main components I use. Going back here, let's say, and I mainly use it for NQ because NQ usually is a lot faster than YM or ES or anything that you trade, right? So how I do it is that if I press my arrow up or down right now, nothing will happen because they are not active. In order for you to active, you have to come to your DOM and you will see this enable hotkey. This edge needs to be orange. That if it's not, that means it's inactive. So right now, if I place my arrow up, it will place an order for NQ. You notice that it didn't do anything to YM because this is disabled, right? So, and also you can see my profit and risk also got placed here automatically. And you can just like drop and drag these wherever you want. I usually trail, but it's 8:20 p.m. Eastern, so the market is slow. I'm just gonna
order filled.
Press arrow down to exit out of this position because this was for the sake of this exercise. So these are the main things that I use in Topstep X, and I wanted to create that recap for you. So you added everything that you want, you know how to trade it, and the last thing that you do is you come here, you press on save this as a new layout, and then we can call it test or whatever you like, and you save it, and then it will show up here. You can see I have like different ones, like I have 3 charts and 2, so I need to delete some of these, but you get the gist of it. Thanks for watching, and drop a comment if you have any question. Thank you.